Welcome back to All Rounders. So guys, in this video, we'll be implementing inheritance, the overriding method and the class methods. So let's start with inheritance. So in this program, first I'm declaring a class person by writing class keyword and then class name as person. Then inside person class, the first method is the constructor init method, and in that there are two parameters, f name and l name, and the self parameter is mandatory. Then in the function definition, I am declaring two class variables, that is first name and last name, and I'm initializing its value by writing self dot first name is equal to f name and self dot last name is equal to l name. Then there's another method in this class, print name, which takes self as parameter and it basically prints the first name and the last name of the object. This class is over. Then we move to the child class, that is student class. This class student is a child of class person, and I write class keyword, then the child class name, and in the parentheses I pass the parent class name, then the constructor of this child class in it. So instead of declaring the constructor again with the same parameters, let's just call the constructor of the base class by using the super keyword. We write super, then dot, then the method name, and then the same parameters, f name and l name. And then this class also has its own variable graduation year, and we assign value 2018 to it. So that was all about the constructor of child class. Then we move on to another method, welcome, which is also a method of this class, and this method basically prints welcome, the first name, then the last name, the class of, and the graduation year. Then we are declaring an object of student class by writing s1 is equal to student, and in the parentheses we are passing the first name and the last name. So self dot first name takes Bhupendra value and self dot last name takes Singh Rathore. And then we are calling the welcome method, which will print welcome Bhupendra Singh Rathore to the class of 2018. So let's see. This is the exact implementation of inheritance, and this was so simple. Practice as much as possible. Let's move on to the next concept. So guys, in this video, I'll be implementing overriding. So first, I'm declaring a parent class, class hello. Then inside that class, I'm defining its constructor method, that is init method. And in the parameters, there are two parameters, self and name. And the class variable is self.name, whose value is name, that is this parameter. Then another method, display, which takes self as parameter and which prints hello and the name. That was so simple. This class is a very simple class. Then I am declaring a child class, that is hi, class hi, and this class extends the class hello, that is hi is a child of class hello. And we are declaring the constructor of child class hi, and instead of repeating the same implementation, I am just calling the base class constructor, that is init, by writing super.init and the name parameter. Then high class also has a method called display, the same with the same name, and but over here the implementation is different. So therefore we are overriding the method declared in parent class. So that was so simple. Now we will be declaring two objects, one of parent class and one of child class, and we'll be seeing how the implementation changes with overriding. So firstly, I'm declaring this object a is equal to hello of hello class, and g is the value that self.name takes. Then I'm using display method of parent class. Then I am declaring the object of child class by writing b is equal to hi, and in that I'm taking the same name Jeet, and this is object of child class. Then at last I'm calling the display method, but over here this display method is of the child class and not of the parent class, and it is being overridden. So let's see how the result changes. So firstly, it is printing hello Jeet by calling the base class method. But after that, when I declare the object of child class, the method of parent class got overridden, and now it is printing hi Jeet. So I have changed the implementation in the definition of that function. So that was all about overriding. Now let's move on to class methods.
So guys, here we have the class method implementation. So first of all, I have created a class which is named as the sample. Then inside the sample class, I have taken the init method, and inside the parentheses, I am passing the self as an argument. Then inside the init method, I am writing a print statement which print the object created line. Then after the init method, I have created a function one method and passing the self as an argument. And inside this function, I am printing the line. This is not a class method. Now for the class method, we have to first declare it as a class method. We can declare it by writing @class method. Then we are creating the method of the class. Then we are creating the class method, which is the function two, and passing the CLS keyword instead of the self because it is a class method. Then inside this class method, we are printing the line. This is a class method. So now guys, we are creating an object S of the class sample. By creating the object, it will call init method instantly and print the object created. Then by using the object S, we are calling the function one, and by calling the function one, it will print this is not a class method. Now for the class method, we can also use S object to call the function to method because it is a method of the sample class. But we cannot use the sample class name to call the function one method because it is not a class method. Because as it will take the argument as self instead of the CLS, and it will not declared as the @class method like here we have declared in the function 2. So for calling the function 2, we are call the sample class name, then using the dot function, and then calling the function. What it will do, it will just print the this is class method. Now let's run the program. So here you can see that by creating the object, it will first print the object created. Then by calling function one, it prints the this is not a class method. And then by calling the function two by using the class name, it will print this is a class method. So guys, that's all about for the implementation part of the class methods and inheritance and overriding. In the next video, we will tell you about what are the magic methods, then the operator overloading and the access modifiers. So stay tuned with us guys, and thank you so much.